Hey, Mike here, and if you've spent enough time on social media, you've no doubt seen one of these fairly hilarious videos where a table full of women will go around and rate themselves as 10 out of 10s. Of course, there's always like this one rogue girl who says, maybe on a good day I'm a 7, and the other women are like, hey, come on, queen, you're a 10, come be a 10 like the rest of us. You know how this goes. What you've probably never seen, however, is a bunch of dudes doing the same thing. And there's actually really good reason for that. Let me explain. See, I know one of these women. She's a 10, and so are all of her friends. Just ask her, and she'll tell you. Now, this woman, she's got a fair amount going on in her life, but being a 10 just ain't one of them. But she does not let a little thing like reality stand in her way. You see, in her world, being able to call herself a 10 and to believe that she's a 10 just really feels good. And she, interestingly enough, told me she feels sorry for me because I won't play along and call myself a 10 as well. So I'm going to tell you what I told her. As a man, I carry a burden of performance. So as I move through my life, I don't get to demand respect or unconditional love or validation or that somebody else pay for my stuff or even that life be particularly fair. I'm only entitled to whatever I'm willing to work for and to earn. And unlike with a lot of women, there's no one waiting to pick me up if I fall down. I literally have to be my own Calvary because there's nobody who's going to ride to my rescue. And because of this, I have to be able to objectively and dispassionately be able to evaluate my own strengths and weaknesses and my own competencies and abilities in a variety of scenarios. Example, let's say I went to my employer and I said, hey boss, I really feel like I'm your best employee, and I think that is deserving of a pretty significant pay raise. Wouldn't you agree? My boss might look at me and say, please, by all means, continue. Explain to me how you're my best employee. And I would say, well, here's the thing. All my coworkers are always telling me what a great job I'm doing. And wow, my friends tell me all the time that you're lucky to have me. Now, that's got to be worth something, right? If I did that, my boss would, there's a possibility he might decide to lighten his payroll just a little bit, if you know what I mean. But since I'm a dude with a burden of performance, I have to go through, if I want that raise, I have to go in and I have to sit down and I have to use empirical evidence and I have to go through line by line by line, and I have to show him how I add value to the organization and how my skills and competencies not only reflect well back onto him for hiring me in the first place, but that I add to the bottom line. All right, that's the burden of performance. Look, I'm the first to acknowledge that men have their own versions of delusion. That's that really dangerous place between what you think you're entitled to and what's actually available to you. But men, we need to keep that shit contained to an absolute minimum. Otherwise, we're going to wake up one day broke, alone, and living in quiet despair. So that, my friends, is why I don't get to rate myself a 10, and I'm fine with it. Good luck to you.